Okay. So I know that many people are going to be jumping on probably late, and that's fine. I just have to start right now because we have our launch Zoom after this, okay? So anybody who is brand new to the company, you can use this. I'm going to go over lots of things, okay? And then we're going to have some Q&A at the end. So what I wanted to let you guys know is that if you have any questions while we're going through this, just type some questions in the Zoom chat, and then later on I'm going to open up for questions, okay? So the first thing when you start the business, the very first thing that you're going to do is you're probably going to get a website, I'm sorry, an email from the company itself, okay? So MDC is going to send you a email to welcome you. Sometimes people can't find it, so you want to check your spam, okay? And then whoever your sponsor is may send you an email as well, okay? So look for that. I know that I usually send an email that is very similar to what's under our announcements, okay? But so you're gonna look for those emails, because the first thing that you wanna do is you wanna identify where your websites are in your back office, okay? Underneath our Team CannaBOSS page, in our units, we are going to have a place where I posted a little graphic so that you can find your website in the back office, okay? That's the first thing that you want to do, because if somebody asks you about it right away, you want to be able to be comfortable and know where that website is, okay? So look under units and you're going to see a graphic for finding your website. Make sure that you locate your preferred customer site, and the second one that you're going to need is your business tour site, okay? They're not the same. You can order and join the business with your preferred customer site, but we are going to talk a little bit about your other website that is your free tour, okay? And that is I'm going to explain that later, okay? So first things first, let's talk about customers versus affiliates. The first question that I ever get whenever somebody joins is they don't understand the difference between giving somebody a website for a customer and they're getting packages too, right? That is the way that we order through MDC. Through this company, it comes in packages. They call it a builder package, a director package, or an executive package, okay? So they can go in and they can buy one item, but they can also buy that exact same package. If you guys came in with a package deal where you got the buy three, get one free, they can do that too. So people get confused because they're like, I don't understand. I thought that's to join. That's not just to join. Those packages are for our affiliates and customers, okay? So a customer can go in and get a director pack. The same exact prices that you pay are what your preferred customers are gonna pay. Does that make sense? So it's not just your price, it's the preferred customer price and your price are going to be the same. And the reason why they did this is because Josh had decided that since he wanted to pay us out more into our compensation plan, that he was going to make it so that preferred customers knew that when they made a purchase with us, that they were getting the best deal possible, just like us, okay? So, so just so you know, there's no difference in price between the affiliates and the customers, okay? Our referral program. Make sure that when I have a typed up message that I send everybody when they first join me or they first become a preferred customer with me, and what I make sure that I include is the referral program in that. So if any of you guys have questions about that, okay, there is a referral link that any preferred customer, so if anybody purchases from you as a preferred customer, they are going to have a referral link. And what that means is that they can refer others to buy, okay? When that happens, once three people buy from that link, they get a free product themselves. So I let them know that in their welcome email. So when I send the welcome email, I basically tell them how to take their drops, okay? I give them a little breakdown with that. And then I tell them where they can find that link, because that's important, right? So I actually went to the back office and I took a screenshot of how it looks and sent that to them and said, if you have anybody who would like CBD or any of the products, then this is your referral. This is where you can find your referral code, okay? So just know that your preferred customers can actually refer people to you. And once they get 3 orders in, they will get a product for free, okay? Now we have this new program, High Life Rewards, okay? So I know there's still many, many questions, and I still don't know all the answers, guys, okay? So I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about the customer part of this, though. So you know how a lot of companies have it where customers can earn rewards. So they'll get rewards credits to get like, they'll have like points. Let's say they buy a bottle of our shampoo, right? And other companies, they'll gain points, and then eventually it'll all accrue, and they'll be able to get free products, okay? Well, what they've decided to do here with our High Life travel program that they've just launched is that our customers can now go and buy products, okay? And we will match it dollar for dollar for them to actually sign into the High Life travel program and put that money dollar for dollar. So if they spend $100 with us, they will be able to use $100, log into the High Life travel, and be able to book hotel rooms, hotel stays. I think it's also for their rental cars too. But they'll be able to go in there, log in, and see that, okay? Now, that doesn't mean they're becoming a member. That just means that that's now our reward program, okay? So dollar for dollar, they spend 100 with us, they'll be able to put 100 into the travel. So it's a really good selling point, because we can actually tell our customers, well, when you purchase products with us, you're getting your money back to put into travel, okay? So that's what our High Life travel program is for our customers, okay? All right, let's see. I have lots of notes, guys, so I'm gonna be kind of quick. So make sure if you have questions later that you'll come at me, okay? So remember I told you about that second website. So you're gonna have one website for all of your preferred customers, but you're gonna have another one that we're always calling the free tour, okay? That is your pre-enrollee link. When you go to the back office, you're gonna see that second link that you can copy and paste and give to somebody if they are interested in the business, okay? So that's purely a business tour that you're going to be giving them. And what does that mean? It literally means that they're going to type in their email address and their name and their email address, okay? Once they do that, they become locked to you, okay? And what does that mean? That means that when they go to sign up as an affiliate, they are already locked in with you. They saved a position with you. They don't have to pay for that. So that is an absolute free tour. Even though they put their name and their email, you just let them know that it's not locking them in a financial way. They don't have to pay for that yet, okay? So what they're doing is they're taking a free look at the company. They're able to go, click on that link, look into the office, kind of like look at a view like how we would see it, okay? They're gonna get all the videos from the CEOs. They're gonna be able to see about all of our products. They are going to get a closer look at the compensation plan. So you know, guys, that our compensation plan is amazing, but it's very, very thorough. There's lots of things to know, right? We can't tell them everything because it's a lot. So that's the way that they will be able to go and look closer at the business and decide now. It puts it so that they can make a decision whether they want to join or not. When they do want to join, all they have to do is log right back in and put upgrade me. So they can actually join right through that tour link, okay? So every Thursday we have what is called cutoff day. Every Thursday is our cutoff. That means that anybody who took that free tour, you want to be contacting them and letting them know that if they join on that Thursday, every single person, because they're going to get these emails. So I know a lot of you guys are probably have been confused because you're like, why is everybody getting these emails that say that somebody else is underneath them? That's because the moment that you put your name and email address to take that free tour, you save that spot that I was talking about, okay? So after that, let's say your friend Josh wants to look at your site and he takes a look at it. And then your friend Julie goes and takes a look at it. And then your friend, Karen goes and takes a look at it. All those people, that first person that put their name in there are going to get emails saying, oh my gosh, this person's interested in the business. This person's interested in the business. So it's going to show them how many people are interested, guys, how many people are actually taking this tour and how many people are actually joining. But here's where it gets tricky. if they don't join by Thursday, that first person that you gave that email to, they don't join by Thursday, and one of these people join by Thursday, they pay, they're going to actually jump leapfrog that person and become on top of them. So when they go to finally pay, they're going to be underneath them instead of being over them. Okay. So what we just do, and there's going to be a whole video on this, guys. So I don't want you to get confused, and I just want to give you a little snippet here. Okay. There's going to be a video under units that is called pre-enrollee. Okay. So you'll find out all about that doing that. But just know that every Thursday is important that we go and let them know, hey, you have this many people underneath you. You may want to join, you know, by tonight so that you don't get leapfrogged. And that's what they're talking about, because that tour sets them a spot on your team, okay? So just look at under units for that video if you want details, okay? Let's see. I talked about the emails. Okay, so let's talk about where you're going to find everything. If you have a pen and paper, you want to start using it now, because this is where you're going to find all the important information that you need, okay? And I think that us being a huge team like we are, people get really confused, and they make it very complicated because there is just so much information and so many people on one page in Team CannaBOSS, okay? But if you learn this little thing, that's all you need to know. Is all you need to look at is announcements, the announcement section, and the unit section, okay? Those are the two most important sections you can ever look at. And don't worry about all the notifications that happen on the page, because I'm going to tell you right now, if it's important, it's going to be pinned to the announcements on the top of the page, okay? So for example, people ask me all the time, and I still have people who have been with me for 2 years almost, and they'll say, I'm lost, I can't find the incentive for the month. It's under announcements, okay? It's never changed. We're always gonna keep it pinned to the top of the page in announcements, and we're never gonna change that. So if you just know that whenever you need to know important information, you're gonna go under announcements on the page, or you're gonna go into the units and find an answer to your question, okay? Here's another trick. If you guys have questions and you don't know how to find an answer, if you go to the top of the page in Team CannaBOSS and go to the search bar and type in a keyword. So for instance, if you're looking for, let's say, what 750 milligram versus 500, you can type in 750 milligram and hit enter, and it's going to show you every single post that's ever been done for that. Or if you're looking, let's say, for how CBD affects, you know, blood sugar, type in blood sugar, and you will see every single post that's ever been done on the page about blood sugar, okay? So whenever you have these questions, it's really easy to find just by doing that search bar, and look under announcements. That is going to have everything you could possibly want when you're starting your business, okay? Because it has the checklist there. So units, announcements, okay, all the training, any training that you can ever want is going to be broken down in the units. I label each one of the units, I title it what it is. So if you're looking for something for compliance, it's in the units, all the compliance training. If you're looking for how to post, it's in the units. We have videos from many different leaders, so not just me, but Reese has a video, Skylar has a video. We have a lot of videos on how to post and how to work social media. Okay, those are underneath the units. Anything, any kind of training that you can ever want. If you need, if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say to people about CBD, there's facts and questions, there's scripts, there's CBD 101. So it teaches you all about CBD in that unit. So the units have everything, okay? Okay, I talked about the incentives. Oh, another thing, if you need any more training than what's on Team CannaBOSS, you can literally log into your back office and they have a training. They have a training section. So when you log into your back office, look under menu and you're gonna see their trainings, okay? So you can take those as well. But I don't want you to think that you have to know everything right away. So don't go crazy and try to watch all these units. You need to take it, like, chew off bit by bit, okay? You don't go like crazy and say, oh, I need to watch all these units right now. You don't have to do that. You don't have to know everything when you first start. And I think that that's what throws so many people off, is they start and they get in the mode of, I need to learn everything that I possibly can, and it's not going to happen, guys. I did not learn the comp plan for about 2 months, and that's being honest with you, okay? So do not get in that mindset when you start this business that you have to watch all the videos and know everything before you can start. I'm gonna tell you your steps for when you start, and guys, you can just run with this, okay? You don't have to know everything. Not everybody knows everything, okay? It takes forever to know everything, okay? I still don't know everything. I'm in it for almost 2 years, okay? So, okay, your groups. What groups do you need to be in? So when you first start and your sponsor puts you on Team CannaBOSS page, okay? Remember I told you announcements. Announcements has everything. Well, it also has a checklist, guys. That checklist is imperative. If you don't know about that checklist, go underneath announcements in Team CannaBOSS when you get off here, and look at that checklist for newbies when they first start, okay? It tells you a list, and I give you the links of the different groups to be in, okay? So Team CannaBOSS, but you also wanna be in the Team CannaBOSS VIP opportunity group. You wanna be in the Team CannaBOSS, what's the other ones? Testimonials, okay? Because it's really important, if you are starting off this business, that you can show people that these products are working for different things. What if somebody comes to you and asks you for a specific, like they say, oh, well, how does CBD work? I have MS and I really want to work, I want to use CBD, but like, how does it work for CBD? You can actually add them to the testimonial page, guys, and let them see testimonies of people who are taking this that have MS. Okay, so it's really important to be in that group. They have a HempWorks marketing group for graphics. That's the name of it, HempWorks marketing group for graphics. If you need other graphics than what I provide you in the graphics section under units, then you can join that group to get some graphics that are compliant that you can use, okay? My Daily Choice corporate page. You're going to want to join that page, guys, because anything that Josh and Jenna come out with, if they come out with a corporate incentive or if they have an announcement, they are going to do it on that page. So you need to make sure that you join that My Daily Choice corporate page, okay? So that you can get all that info. All of those, if you go underneath announcements, it'll be listed there underneath that checklist, okay? Now, this is probably the biggest thing that I'll talk to you about tonight. So hopefully you guys have pen and paper, okay? It's so funny. None of you guys want to show your face. I'm like looking down here and it's a bunch of names. It's just funny. I feel like I'm talking to myself. But anyway, so flow. Hi! Finally, there's some faces I'm seeing. Okay. So in flow, guys, literally I have people start and good Matt. I have people start and they tell me, they're like, I have no clue what to do. And I hate to be that person, guys. I hate to be that person that's like, how do you not know what to do if you're in units? Because if you're in units, I literally, under the word flow, the title flow, okay? I give you what to do on Monday. I give you what to do on Tuesday. I give you what to do on Wednesday. I give you what to do on Thursday. I give you what to do on Friday. I give you what to do on Saturday. I give you what to do on Sunday. Every single day of the week, I have it listed there and what you can be doing to grow your business every single day, okay? So knowing that in the units, the flow is very, very important. So make sure that you go in there and check that out. I have something for you to do every single day, and I tell you about how the flow of Team CannaBOSS works. We do have a flow, okay? So on Sundays is our Sunday party. People still don't know we have a Sunday party. Just the other day, I posted about launch Zooms, and somebody commented under there and said, oh, we're gonna have a Sunday launch Zoom. And I'm like, yeah, our Sunday parties that we always have. And people are like, how do I get on there? Now, these are names I've been seeing for months. So we have a Sunday party. It is on our Team CannaBOSS Academy team page. And the reason why we did that is so that it's not coming from my personal page, right? Because if we start them off kind of like, you know, Kristen and Travis like to do that on their page. But if I keep starting off these things on my page, none of you guys are going to get your faces out there. Everybody's going to know that it's Shanna and Brandon, and they're always going to come to us. Okay, we didn't want that to happen. So we created a Team CannaBOSS Academy page. Okay, again, look under announcements and that list, that checklist, it shows you what that you can click on it and join that Team CannaBOSS Academy. Every single Sunday, we do a presentation. We do giveaways on that presentation. We give away 3 full-size products, but not only that, we give away the signups. So if they decide that they want to be a customer, I will personally, we're going to send you back money in your back office so that you can sign them up as either a customer or an affiliate. Okay, you ask the person. They don't have to join, but you get that. You get a full product for them, plus they get to be a customer or affiliate. We do that on every Sunday party, guys. So just know that there is a flow, and Sunday parties are part of that. Okay, now since we just started this new thing that's called Launch Your Legacy. So I know you guys have been seeing this. You've been seeing these Zooms. I see that people are still confused about that too. So events. I will create an event for every single Launch Your Legacy that we do. So if you're ever confused and you're like, when's the next launch thing that she's talking about? Under events, I create an event right inside Team CannaBOSS. Everything's in Team CannaBOSS. So I create an event for every single launch that we're going to do. Okay. What is a launch? A launch is when you very first start your business and you're new. You just signed up, right? And you're like, I have no clue what to do. We're going to do it for you. So all you have to do, we give you a script underneath units under Launch Your Legacy. We give you a script to send out to people and invite them to this launch Zoom. Okay, so it's a meeting just like this. Okay, and what we do is we bring leaders on. Okay, it might be me, it might be Mike, it might be Crystal, it might be Reese, it might be, you know, there's always going to be different leaders that jump on and do this. So it's really to your benefit, guys, because you're going to hear from so many different leaders. It's not just going to be me all the time. Okay, so these launches, what we do is we go over the product, we go over the business opportunity, and we close out. And what that means is that we tell your customers or your potential affiliates to go and find you and to say to you that they want to take the free tour or they want to join the business or whatever it may be at the end. So we do the whole entire thing for you. Okay, so that we know that when you very first start, you're not going to know everything about CBD. You're not going to know everything about the business. So we do these launch Zooms so that you can invite people who are interested and get them onto the Zoom. Okay, so look for Launch Your Legacy. That's going to be underneath units. And then when we create each event, I start a new event for them so that you'll know every single time. Okay, it'll give you a reminder. All right, now let's talk a little bit about what you're going to do when you very first start, because guys, on top of the fact that we have Launch Your Legacy, underneath announcements, I have 3 simple steps. Okay, 3 simple steps to launch your business. It literally is to make a curiosity post. That's your #1 thing that you want to do. When you first start, don't sit around and go, oh my God, I need to watch all these videos first. I don't know what to do. I can't do this. I can't do that. And you freak out because you see all this content, and instead of posting, which is what's going to set your business off, okay, because you need to make that very first post, okay, you're getting all worked up about all the info, okay, and guess what happens? It makes you stagnant. I don't know how many people have joined me, and they're like so excited when they first join, and they're like, oh my God, I read your checklist, I started to watch the videos, and I can't finish them. I'm watching all these videos. I go, stop watching videos. Don't watch videos. Look under announcements, and you're going to see how to create your first curiosity post. Okay. Now, what a curiosity post is literally, it's something that is going to create curiosity. You're going to post something, but you're not going to tell them what you're doing. You're not going to say, hey guys, I just joined this CBD company called HempWorks, and it's awesome, because guess what? You told them everything, so they have nothing to ask you. They're like, oh, you joined a CBD company? You're trying to sell me. Okay, that's what they're going to do. Okay. What I give you examples underneath announcements, underneath your steps to take when you first start. And what you want to do is make that first post like, oh my gosh, I just tried this product that helped me sleep for the first time in 2 months. I am so excited to share it with you. Boom, that's it. And everybody's going to go, well, what helped you sleep? I don't sleep. I need to sleep. Tell me about this, right? You never tell them on your page, you're going to message them. And guess when this is the good time to tell them about the Zoom launches, right? Because now they're curious and they want to know about this. And you can say, now you don't have to worry about saying anything. You just say, oh my gosh, I am so excited to tell you about this. Do you have a couple free minutes? And I have this in a script. There's a script underneath Launch Your Legacy in the units. And you can say, oh my gosh, I would love to have, maybe some of your time to just invite you to this launch. And they're going to explain all about it. They're going to explain all the details about the new products in the company. You don't have to say anything. You just have to get them on the launch Zoom. So once you make that first curiosity post, that's how you're going to get leads. I'm not telling you that you have to go down your entire friends list and start messaging every single person and saying, I just started this new business, blah, 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 blah. Like, you don't have to do that, but you guys have friends, right? You have actual friends, not Facebook friends that you've never talked to before in your life, but you have your actual friend group, okay? Those people you do want to message and tell them like, oh my gosh, I started this new thing and I would so appreciate if you could just give me a little bit of time and we're going to get you on this Zoom. And I just take some time out to learn about what I'm doing, what this new thing is I'm doing. Most of the time, your friends are going to care enough about you that they're going to say, okay, I'll give you some time to sit, see what you're doing. I'm kind of interested in what you're doing, right? So make that first curiosity post. Message the people who say that they're interested underneath your post. Tell them about the Zooms. Okay, get them on the Zoom. We are going to do the whole presentation for you. We are going to close them out. All you have to do after the Zoom is write to them and say, oh my gosh, what did you think about that? But most of the time they're going to message you because we send them to you, okay, at the end of it. So most of the time they're going to message you and say, wow, this sounds really interesting. Like, tell me about this free tour, okay? But if they don't, all you have to do now is message them and say, hey, like, what did you think? You just follow up with them. It's just like a regular conversation. It's not a salesy, okay? So guys, that's how you start your business off. All that is underneath announcements. Like I said, like 2 places, announcements and units. You don't even have to look anywhere else, okay? So don't let that page freak you out. I have people that quit and tell me, your page is so overwhelming that I just can't do it. Well, it wouldn't be if you just stick to what's in announcements, because I'm going to announce all the important stuff there. And in units, all your trainings there, but you don't have to do them all right away. You'll like drive yourself crazy if you try to watch all those videos. So as it's going, right, let's say you get a question and you're like, I wonder if this is compliant. Now go into units and look under compliance. We even have posts to show you that this isn't compliant and this is, okay? So, if you have a question like that at that time, use the units as a reference. Don't use it to like sit there in one day and watch all of it, okay? That's what units are, okay? So let's see, curiosity post, launch your legacy. We got all that. Last thing that I'm going to talk about is social media. So many people tell me that they don't know how to make a post. They say, I'm starting this business new, and guys, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't know how to make a post when I first started. Uh-oh, Jax needs CBD. That's my Jax. Okay, so when I first started this business, I had absolutely no clue what I was doing, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a nurse. I am not a salesperson. I did not even really like Facebook at first, okay? So I had no clue how to do this. So guess what I did? Instead of quitting, instead of saying, I don't know how to, blah, 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 what I did is I started watching other leaders. I started watching them. So friend all the leaders. When you see me post about a Zoom, right? A launch Zoom. Let's say I have Lauren and Crystal on my launch Zoom. You know 2 leaders now. because they're doing a launch Zoom for you. So friend them. Or if they don't want to accept your friendship, that's okay, because what happens is sometimes you don't want to overload your page with a lot of Facebook, with a lot of HempWorks people. Follow them then. Just follow them. And then watch what they're posting. That's all you have to do. And that's what I did. I started watching other leaders. I watched what they were posting, and I was like, okay, I don't talk like her. So remember, don't copy and paste what they say, because they could curse and you don't. They could say y'all and you say you guys, okay? Like, don't copy and paste what they wrote, but put it in your own words. Like, say, oh my gosh, this is an awesome idea. I'm gonna make this post, and I'm gonna use these little bits from these leaders and what they're saying, and I'm gonna put it into my words. I'm gonna put it into how I would say it. Talk to people like you would talk to them in person. That is my biggest advice to you guys, is stop making posts that sound like you're a robot and talk to people like you would in person, okay? So for instance, recently, I made a post and I was talking about the gummies and how I love them, right? But I didn't just say, oh wow, HempWorks gummies, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh my gosh, guys, you know how I normally take only 5 milligrams of this oil? Well, now these gummies are 10 milligrams and they're amazing, or whatever it may be. You have to talk to them like you're their friend. Okay, for instance, people know about my hair. I try so many hair products. I joked around and I said, like, anybody who knows me, I'm a hair whore, right? Like, I'm a product whore, because I buy tons of products for my hair, right? But people know that. So I said, oh my gosh, guys, you know how big of a product whore I am, and I try every product out there in the world. And then I said, but I tried this one and I love it because blah, 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 right? So now I'm talking to my friends. It's just like I'm talking to them. So, you know, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just make a post from the heart, like you were sitting in your best friend's room telling her story, like, oh my gosh, girl, let me tell you. Or if you're a guy and you're like, you know, you're like, oh my God, bro, let me tell you this. Say bro. If you normally say that, say it. Be yourself, and that's what's going to sell, okay? So underneath units, there is going to be a social media and how to post. Please, guys, use that to your advantage, because a lot of different leaders did a video in there, but you can also, like I said, start watching other people. If there's a Zoom launch that we do, you're going to know the names of our leaders. So go ahead and follow them, watch what they're posting, and it's going to help you. And the more people you watch, it's actually better, because you'll get some ideas from this one, some ideas from this one. And people tell me, oh my God, I just realized I am not creative at all. And I'm like, girl, you are. But the thing is that you're overthinking it. You're overthinking your posts. You just need to look at what everybody else is posting and take it and make it into your own words, okay? And I do it all the time still to this day. After people are like, oh, it just comes to you. No, it doesn't. It doesn't just come to me. I watch other people and I see what they post. And then I go, oh, I can post something kind of like that. Like this is, I'm going to change it, because this is how I feel. That might be how she feels, but this is how I feel. So I'm going to make something like that, okay? I still do that to this day. There is nothing wrong with it, okay? It's not being original. It's getting ideas, okay? And that's what you want to do. And I talked about compliance already. So under units, if you guys are worried about what you can and cannot say, under units, there's a compliance section, and I actually post some compliant posts, and then I show you, like, don't say this, say this. And basically, guys, if I can just sum it up in a nutshell, I'm going to tell you this. You can't post diseases, okay? So you can't say, oh, it cures diabetes. You can't say, oh, it cures, you know, you won't have a heart attack. Your cancer is going to go away. You can't say those things, okay? Because we're not medical doctors. We cannot say those things. However, there is always something you can say instead. So think about how you're feeling instead of saying disease names. So for instance, you can tell anybody that you have anxiety, but anxiety means different things to so many people, okay? I can have anxiety, and my anxiety could be completely different from yours. Your anxiety feelings could be maybe like you tell me, oh my gosh, when I have anxiety, I just close up and I can't leave my house, and I get like, I can't be around people. Okay, that might be your idea of anxiety. For me, maybe my anxiety is that I actually have a full-blown panic attack and I feel my heart racing. I feel like I'm going to die. But then you can tell me you don't feel that way, right? Like you feel different. So guys, when you're talking about these things, talk about your feelings. What are you feeling? When you feel anxiety, you can't say that word. So what do you feel like? What are the feelings that you have? So if you say, before I started taking CBD, I was feeling lonely. I was feeling, you know, you can't say depression, right? So I was feeling sad. I was feeling like my heart would race and my brain was going at, 360 degrees and I could never shut it up. Okay, you can say things that you felt. Now that I'm taking the CBD, I can live my life. I don't feel that way anymore. Okay, so you can figure out ways to say these things without labeling it. Okay, so while we can't say heart attack, you can say like cardiovascular health. Okay, there's always a different way that you can say something without actually saying the disease. So there's a lot of examples underneath units, underneath compliance is the heading, okay? Okay, I just went through a lot of information. I have exactly like 20 minutes left because I have to do the next Zoom. So I'm gonna open up to questions now. If you guys have any questions, ask them now while you have me, and I have to cut it off in 20 minutes. Can we use the word pain? No, you have to say discomfort or ache. Anyone else? You can either type it out or unmute yourself. So do you guys know what to do when you first start now?
Are we going to do these more regularly?
So we used to do this twice a month before all the traveling started. So we are going to start doing them twice a month on Mondays. Any other questions?
What's your recommendation on lives?
Okay.
How many times should we do?
So live videos are the best way that you're going to get traction on your page. Obviously, Facebook shows lives before they even show posts. So my step 3 when you first start your business is to do a live video. But that is exactly why we started these Zoom launches, because so many people would get to that step 3 and cut off completely. They just quit because they're like, I can't do a live. I don't want to do it. I can't do it. So guys, my recommendation to you is to try. And the way that you can try the easiest is by pairing up with somebody, whether that be your upline, whether that be somebody who is a friend, whoever it may be, however you're going to feel comfortable to just try to do it. And you can actually go live and put it to seeing it only. So if you guys want to try to go live and put it that, just you see it at first, so that you can kind of like start getting used to it. And like, it's so crazy because I was so scared at first, guys. And now when I go live, I just act like I'm in the room with friends. Like I'm just talking to somebody. It's not hard anymore, but it was at first. It was so scary at first. So if you practice, the more you do it, the better you're going to be at it. And if you don't do it at all, I'm going to tell you that it's going to be harder. It's not impossible, because if you know my cousin Deb, that's on this team, Deborah DeSaro, she doesn't really like to do lives, but she's going to be a 100K affiliate. Okay. So she has made it in this business without doing it. However, she had a following from having previous businesses. If you are brand new and you have never done network marketing before and you don't have a following, it's very hard to start getting one until people can actually get to know you. And the only way that they're going to get to know you is like seeing expression, seeing your face. Like you can make a million great posts and you will get some people. Don't get me wrong. You will get people when you do these posts, but the more that somebody starts to get to know who you are, they're not buying your product. Like I hear so many times people like, nobody wants what I have. And I'm like, well, we got to this point in the business, somebody must want it, right? So they do, but are you being yourself? Are you showing people who you are? Until they get to know you, they're not going to buy from you. They want to trust you. They want to like say, oh my God, I like that girl. I like that guy. You know, like I'm going to buy from him because I trust him. And I'm starting to get to know him. And that's what builds trust, is when somebody starts to get to know you. Talk about all the stuff. Talk about your dog, talk about your kids, talk about your job, talk about your life. People want to get to know you. And the more that they get to know you, they are going to buy from you. But so live videos, my biggest advice is to turn that live on, get with somebody, get with a friend, get with your upline, get with a sideline, whatever makes you feel comfortable. If you're with somebody, and the easiest lives ever, guys, is if you get somebody to ask questions. Like if somebody's going, okay, so why did you start HempWorks? Like there's not very many ways that you can mess that up, right? You're going to answer the questions that the person asks you. So it's like an interview type, right? That was my very first lives. I did interview type lives, okay?
Mira,
And if you do it to
¿tú compraste
just
aquí?
yourself, like
Yeah.
so that just yourself sees it, then you're going to get more comfortable in what you're saying, until finally you're ready to let everybody else see it. Okay. But it brings your algorithm. More people will come to your page and more people see your live videos than they'll see any post. Okay. What can my curiosity post be if we haven't tried any of the products yet? I did my first curiosity post without having one of the products, but I wasn't even in the business yet. So all I said was, who has tried CBD and what is it and what did you use it for? Like that's all I asked people. And I wasn't even in the business yet. I just ordered CBD. That's it. And I said that, and so many people started commenting. Tons of people started commenting. So your curiosity post can be, oh my gosh, I just did this thing, or even, oh my gosh, I just ordered this product and I can't wait for it to get here and I can't wait to tell you all about how it works. You're trying to entice your audience little by little as your stuff is coming, okay? And they are going to be interested. Who's not going to be interested if you post something and you're like, oh my gosh, I just tried this thing and it's amazing. They're like, what thing, right? Like when I very first did join the business now, after my son tried it and after I tried it and we joined, right? My first post was talking about my son's symptoms, what he used to have, and what he now, since he tried this thing, okay, and I didn't say what it was. I said he tried this oil, I said, and this, and this happened. Everybody commented. It had 200 and some comments, and they all said, what oil? Right? Because you didn't say, I just joined HempWorks and this CBD is helping my son with this, and this. Now you told everybody everything they need to ask you. If you read your post and you say, I would want to know, I'm curious. If somebody posted this, I would say, what did you do? Okay. Those posts are what's going to cause curiosity. Okay. Any more questions?
Okay. The testimonial thing. So I have some people who are interested, still haven't kind of closed everything, but so if they have questions or whatnot, and I can just do like the ad tag message, just send them right in there and be like, hey, listen, great spot to get information.
Exactly. So
okay.
the testimonial group you can send somebody in there, but the biggest thing that you want to do is tag them. So let's say that they're looking for something for, I'm just going to give you anxiety. Okay. Let's say they're looking for testimonials on anxiety and how CBD works with anxiety. You can type in that search bar on the top of the testimonial group, look for, type in anxiety. You're going to find the posts that are about CBD and testimonials about anxiety. You're going to tag the person who you just invited. So whoever's interested in the product and they're interested for anxiety, you want to add them to the group, but don't just throw them in the group or they're not going to like pay attention. You want to tag them in the testimonials that apply to them, apply to what they need. Okay. Then you're going to go back and you're going to say to them, I just tagged you in a couple testimonials that I would really love for you to read. Maybe it'll help you out a little bit so that you'd understand more, okay? They're gonna look at the testimonials. It's a way to be able to come back and say, hey, did you get to look at those testimonials? What did you think? You know, ask them more questions. So make sure that when you're adding people into the testimonial group, you're actually tagging them in the stuff that pertains to them, because that's what they're asking about and they want to see. They want to see other people's stories, okay? Stories sell. I'm just telling you now. When you evoke an emotion in somebody, that's when you're going to sell to them. If you don't evoke any emotion and they don't care about, like, honestly, they don't give a crap that your liquid gold has gold specks in it. They don't give a crap. You go, oh my God, try our liquid gold. It has gold specks in it. It's so pretty. Like, nobody cares. What emotion are you going to evoke in them? So maybe you telling them a story about how your hair has been so frizzy and you've been through so much embarrassment and had to wear your hair up in a ponytail every day. And now you can finally leave your hair down and not worry about the frizz and feel less embarrassed and not have to put your hair up all the time, that you feel pretty, right? So somebody else see that post and go, oh my God, I feel like that. Like my hair is frizzy all the time and I always have to put it up and I never feel pretty. Like that just evoked an emotion in somebody and then they're going to buy. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with CBD. You can put a picture of you with your CBD bottle until you're blue in the face, and that does not mean somebody is going to buy your CBD. You can say, oh my God, this is the most amazing product ever, and take selfies with it and think that somebody's going to buy from you, but they're not going to buy from you until you evoke emotion in them. What made you buy? So think about that. Like, what made you start an exercise program? What made you buy something that you saw off of the internet, right? Probably because you related. You related to whatever they were talking about, okay? When I wanted CBD, I related to a woman who was talking about her son's symptoms that my son has, right? So that made me stop. And I felt something because it's my son. And she was talking about how her son got better. Now, why wouldn't I ever want my son to feel better, right? So that's what made me buy this product. It's not going to be your posts, guys, that just show a little graphic about this. It's going to be your stories. And when you bring them into the testimonial group, they're going to see stories. They're going to see people who are actual people that tried the CBD oil for whatever reasons, and they can relate to those people. You want them to feel something, okay? And then once they do, once they see other people that had the same story as them that felt better, that's going to evoke the emotion. That's going to make them right back to you and say, you know what? I really need to give this a chance. Like, I have to try this because that's exactly how I feel. I feel exactly like that. And if I can feel better, I want this product. Okay. So, I mean, it's just learning that. That's it. Like, I can't even explain to you guys the beauty of it. Once you finally break out of your shell and realize that you can talk to people. You can talk to them like they're your friend. You can tell them how much this has changed your life. What did you feel before? And what has this helped you feel now? And somebody's going to feel that. It's all about that. It's all about it. It's like if you watch a commercial, right? What attracts you in a commercial? You have to evoke a feeling in that person or a relatability in that person for them to want to buy. Okay? I didn't buy a weight loss product until I was fed up. Okay. I literally sat there and told this one girl I was going to buy her product for, I don't know how long. Right. And I kept saying I was going to do it, and life life, right? It just kept me from doing it. And then all of a sudden I saw a picture of myself and I said, oh, hell no. I got 3 chins. Something's got to change, right? Now I'm like at my low. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to lose this weight. I go on her page, and if she has a post about her, how she felt before and her pictures before and how she feels after and her pictures after, I'm buying it that night because I feel it, right? I'm in that feeling right then, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm over it, and I want to look like that. I'm gonna buy that product. So it's just about making that person, you know, relate to what you're going through. Okay, anybody else have questions? You can type it or say it, but I have to jump off in 10 minutes. So you guys have me for a little bit. Make sure you ask all those questions.
Should have wrote it down. I forgot.
I know, that's why I said everybody come with their questions written. Okay, if nobody else has any questions. So these will be twice a month. Yeah, on 2 Mondays a month, every other Monday. So flow of CannaBOSS. Every single Monday will be a Q&A. Or sorry, every other Monday will be a Q&A. Every single Sunday will be a party, the Sunday parties, and that's going to be on the Team CannaBOSS Academy page. Every single day, there is something to do, and underneath those units, under flow, I give you what to do. Fridays are the most important day to talk about taking that free tour, because you're giving somebody from Friday until Thursday to make a decision, okay? If they don't make a decision by Thursday, I have a lot of people who ask that too. Don't worry about it. It's okay. They still have their place. It's just that if anybody paid for it before them, they're going to jump them. So they don't want anybody to jump them. So you tell them, try to get it in by tonight, because you're going to have these people. If they pay before you, then they'll jump you. And so it's okay though. It's not the end of the world. They can still join. Like, let's say they tell you, okay, but I don't get paid till Friday. Okay, so we have to make sure that they know, they understand that's okay. You still have your spot. Somebody could pay today before you and jump you, and I don't want that to happen. And if they say, okay, but I don't get paid till Friday, it's fine. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. I know sometimes people think, oh my gosh, if I don't pay till by Thursday, I'm losing everything. You're not. That's not the case. They still held that spot. Does that make sense? Okay, do they stay there even if they never want to upgrade? What do you mean by upgrade? So you mean by if they don't want to become an affiliate? So they fall off after 90 days. After 90 days of becoming a pre-affiliate, of taking that free tour, if they do not jump and decide to sign up, after 90 days, they will fall off. So I've had people who have taken the tour and then they sat around and watched me forever, and then they had to take the tour again when they wanted to sign up with me, okay? Because they fall off after 90 days. Any other questions, guys? Do you have questions about getting paid? How about the 30-day thing? Okay, so this is how it works. If you go and you join on the 15th of, let's say last month on the 15th you joined, you need to make sure that you put in your order by the 15th of the next month. If you do it auto ship, that's the easiest way to do it, because you'll never forget, because I'm forgetful and I'll forget and I won't get paid. So you want to put it in on 30 days. You have 30 days. Now, a lot of times people like freak out and they're like, but there's 31 days in the month before the 15th hits. It's fine. It's fine. You need to put it in. Just remember that to put it in on the same day each month. It's really not, people make it out to be like this like crazy, oh my God thing. It's not. It's just put it in by the same day every month, and it doesn't matter if there's 31 days in one month. It's fine. But you must do that. Like, let's say you started off and you joined as an executive. Do not lose your executive rank because you decided not to put in your order after 30 days, okay? Don't lose that rank. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna jump off here now because we have our other Zoom, okay? And if you guys have any more questions, we'll be, like I said, doing this, not this Monday, but next Monday. And if you guys think of something in between time, make sure you write it down so you're ready when you get here, okay? All right, guys, have a good night.